5 ways to guarantee that your offer to purchase gets accepted and you get the home that you want. Hi, my name is Samuel Johnny. I'm the branch manager of the Southwest Funding Office in beautiful Southfield, Michigan, right on 12 Mile and Telegraph in the Onyx building. I have been in the mortgage industry for several years, and my office has been responsible for helping a few hundred families purchase and refinance their homes. We do these videos as a way to educate you all prior to going into the mortgage and home buying process. And today we're going to talk about something very, very important. I'm going to give you 5 ways to guarantee that your offer to purchase gets accepted. We're in a seller's market right now, and that means that you're not the only person that wants that desirable home in that perfect neighborhood. So when you go to make an offer to purchase, the likelihood is that there are other people making an offer to purchase that same property as well. So today we're going to give you some strategies and help you properly get into the home buying process and also get the exact home that you're looking for, okay? So the first thing that you need to do, and the first thing that anyone needs to do, regardless of whether you're a first-time home buyer or this is your 3rd or 4th home buying, you need to get pre-approved, okay? So number 1, get pre-approved. And excuse my handwriting as I say every week. All right. So you need to get pre-approved because anytime you're going to purchase a home, in most cases, I would say 95% of the time, the seller is going to have a listing agent representing them. So they're going to hire a realtor that's going to represent them in their best interest when it comes to selling their property. That listing agent's goal is to get the seller the most money and to get them the most money the quickest. So they want to close as quickly as possible for the most bang for their buck. They want to get the most profit. If you're selling your home, you're going to want to get the most money as well. So that's the listing agent's job. They're paid 3% in most cases to fulfill those duties. So they want to make sure that they do a good job, okay? When that listing agent puts that home on the market, they're not going to entertain your offer unless it's accompanied by a pre-approval letter, all right? If you're getting financed, that pre-approval letter needs to come from a lender. And that pre-approval letter needs to specify a few different things. It needs to spell out that you have been properly pre-approved through an automated underwriting system, AUS, whether it's DU or LP. But it needs to properly spell out that, hey, this person has been properly vetted. We've put all of their income and assets and their credit history into our system, and we've run it through the government system to ensure that their loan is possible. So this person has the ability to purchase this home at this price. So that pre-approval letter is going to spell out every detail associated with you as a potential buyer. Now, there are some things that you may not know, and there are some things that the lender may not know, but I would say 90% of the time when you get that pre-approval letter, if it's been done properly, you're going to get that home, okay? So that listing agent won't even entertain you unless you have a pre-approval letter. That means that before you go out and start looking at homes and before you start driving around and things like that, don't waste your gas money, okay? Get a pre-approval letter first. Make sure that whatever homes you're looking at, you qualify for them, and make sure that the loan programs you qualify for match the property that you're looking at, okay? And that takes me to my second point. Get a agent to represent you as the buyer, okay? So get an agent, all right? An agent should be representing you for a few different reasons, okay? The first reason is that agent is going to work with that lender. So when I'm working with a person that's looking to purchase a home, I'm calling that real estate agent and saying, okay, listen, this is what they qualify for. If the taxes are cheap, we can go a little bit higher. So instead of getting them something at 150, if the taxes are cheap, then we can come in maybe at 160. What areas are they looking to purchase in? That's going to give me an idea of where you're going to be at as far as your loan amount that you're pre-approved for. The taxes in Oakland County are a lot different than the taxes in Macomb County and Wayne County. So if I'm getting with your agent, then I have a better idea of the areas that you're looking at. And it just allows you a smoother process when you have 2 people working on your behalf. So get a real estate agent. That real estate agent is going to work with me or your lender, and they're going to ensure that your offer is properly structured. So if you need seller concessions, they're going to make sure, okay, how much do they need as far as seller concessions, Sam? Okay, are they looking, can they close in 30 days or do they need a little bit longer? So that agent is going to properly structure your offer. Another thing that the agent is going to do The agent is going to let you know the history of the property so that he knows exactly what the listing agent is most likely to accept. So if a house has just hit the market and it's been in the market for 2 days, that may not be the time to come in and say, okay, hey, I want to offer you guys, I know you want 150, but I'm going to offer you 145,000 instead. And on top of that, I want you to give me $5,000 to help cover my closing costs. Listen, the house just hit the market. They're not going to entertain taking a discount, and if the house hasn't even been on the market for a week. So if a house just hits the market, in most cases, they're going to want to fill out the market and see if they have anyone that's interested before they're able to, drop the price down or give you some seller concessions. So that agent that's representing you, the buyer's agent, is going to be able to let you know, okay, this is what we should be doing in this situation. The house just hit the market. I requested a showing. I already saw that there were 10 other showings requested on the same day. So in most cases, this is going to be a highest and best situation. We need to come in with a strong offer. If the house has been sitting on the market for 30 plus days, well, now you have a little bit more wiggle room. You have a little bit leverage because the seller may be willing to just get rid of this property. If the house has been on the market and off the market and went pending and back on the market for the last 3 months, well, that might allude to the fact that there's something wrong in the inspection from previous deals where I fell apart. But that's why you need that buyer's agent, because that buyer's agent is going to be able to properly give you the history of the home, and then that allows you to go forth with a educated offer and not just saying, okay, I want a great deal because my cousin bought a house 5 years ago and he got the seller to cover all his closing costs. This is not 5 years ago. This is a seller's market. So you want to come in with the best possible offer, but you need to know the history of the property to make that offer, okay? And the final reason that you need to have a buyer's agent is that buyer's agent is going to be able to tell you which properties you qualify for based on your pre-approval letter. If you're only pre-approved for conventional financing, or if you're only pre-approved for FHA financing, then you can't get a home that's only accepting conventional. All right. If they say, hey, we're not entertaining any conventional offers or FHA offers, then it makes no sense for you to go in saying, hey, I want to purchase this home. In some cases, they may be willing to, if the house is sitting for a little while, they may be willing to entertain some FHA offers down the line. But if they're coming out initially and the terms offered are cash or conventional, then in most cases you can't see that, but your agent will be able to see that. So when your agent's sending you homes through the portal that they have, or if they're driving you around showing you homes, they're going to show you homes that you qualify for based on the pre-approval letter that you received. So that's why you need to have an agent. Number 3, you need to make your first offer your best offer. All right. So make your first offer your best. All right, so as I alluded to before, this is a seller's market. So just because, you're pre-approved for a home doesn't guarantee that you're going to get that home. The same home in the desirable market with the granite countertops, with the updated kitchen and bathroom that you like, it's listed for everyone to see. So the likelihood is that because you like it, someone else is going to like it as well. So this isn't the time to go in and try and get a great deal on the property. If you like the property, give them your best offer. Don't go in saying, okay, I want to see if they'll, accept 140 even though they want 150. No, because someone that's been looking for a while is going to come in and offer them 150, exactly what they're asking for, or even more in most cases now. And then you're going to be waiting to hear back and they're not even going to entertain your offer. Okay, so if you like the home, give them what they ask. Give them what they ask. If something happens down the line where it doesn't appraise for that much, or if it doesn't appraise for the asking price, then you come back to the table and you renegotiate. But now they're more willing to renegotiate with you because they already have an offer in hand and they would rather accept your offer and figure something out in most cases instead of putting the house back on the market with the potential of the same thing happening again. So if you like the home, give them what they ask for. Make your first offer your best offer. In this market, you want to try and eliminate the competition. So you don't want to submit an offer that's 10% below asking and then they have to mull it over for 5 days and then they get another offer that's exactly what they asked for. You want, if you find the property that you like, you want to eliminate the competition immediately. You want to have your agent put pressure on them and say, hey, are you guys going to accept their offer? You don't want anyone coming in a day after you and giving them exactly what they asked for. So eliminate the competition in this market. Give them exactly what they ask for. And sometimes you may have to go over, but I'll go into that later. But, don't mess around. If you like the house, go in aggressively and get the house. All right. Number 4. All right. So I talked about terms and FHA and conventional a little bit earlier, but you want to go with conventional financing if you qualify. All right. So go with conventional. So when you're purchasing a home and you're going through the process of getting pre-approved, there are a few different programs. You have FHA, conventional, VA, and USDA. Okay, so when you're a seller, you want to get your money. You want to get your money. You want to get it quickly. A conventional buyer is perceived, and in most cases it's true. A conventional buyer, someone that's been pre-approved to purchase a home using conventional financing versus any type of government financing, as far as FHA, USDA, or VA financing, a conventional offer is going to be the best offer in most cases, okay? That buyer is going to have a higher down payment, a higher credit score, and they're going to be able to close quicker in most cases, okay? It's not always true, but an FHA buyer, they're going FHA because either they don't have the money to put down, they don't have 10% or 5% to put down. They want to save as much money as possible, so they're going to go 3.5% down. Or they're in a position where they've had some derogatory credit history, and right now they can't qualify for a conventional loan. So for whatever reason, that person is going to go with an FHA loan because an FHA loan is easier to get and the terms are more liberal and lenient versus the terms that are in place and the guidelines in place for a conventional loan. So a conventional loan is harder to get, FHA loan is easier to get. So when you're looking to purchase a home, every home that you see, let's say I pre-approve you for $200,000. If you see a home that's $200,000, that's the first step. The second step is finding out if they are accepting the terms of the program you're pre-approved for. So if you're pre-approved as a VA buyer and not a conventional buyer, that means that you have to look at homes that accept VA financing, okay? Conventional loans have, they're easier to go through. There's less paperwork. The appraisal is another thing that a lot of listing agents look at. If the appraisal comes back short, well, hey, they can list the house and get another appraisal, and that appraisal may come back at exactly the value that the home was listed for. With an FHA appraisal, if the appraisal was $180,000, but the house was on sale for $190,000, well, now that $180,000 appraisal, it sticks with the property for 4 months. So if they want to accept another FHA offer, well, listen, that value sticks with it. It's an FHA case number, and that FHA case number is going to have that appraised value there for 4 months. With a conventional, they don't have that issue. So it's less risk to the seller in that case. So that listing agent is representing the seller, and that listing agent's responsibility is to get them the best offer with the best terms possible. And in most cases, that means accepting a conventional offer over an FHA offer, okay? So go conventional if you qualify for it. If you don't qualify for conventional, that's not the end of the world. I've had FHA deals close quicker than conventional deals, so it's just perception. When you're dealing with a seller and you're dealing with the listing agent, they want to go, the path of least resistance, okay? So number 5, all right, make an offer they can't refuse, all right? All right, so this is coin from The Godfather. My favorite movies, all right? So I don't even know if this all fits in, but make an offer that the seller and the listing agent cannot refuse. What does that mean? All right, so a house is on sale for $150,000, right? So you're going to come in with your best offer, $150,000 at a minimum. If it's listed for 1 day and it's a really nice house, my thing is if it's granted, it's gone. If the house is remodeled and it has a brand new kitchen, bathroom, and all that other stuff, everyone's going to hop on that property, okay? So in most cases, that's going to go highest and best. What you need to do in that case is this. You need to come in above asking, okay? So you need to offer more than what they're asking for, because they're going to say, hey, we have multiple offers, and all offers are due by this date. It's the highest and best situation. So your highest and your best offer. So you need to go above the asking price in most cases. Now, when you go above the asking price, it helps if you add an appraisal guarantee in there. So if it's 150 and you say, okay, I'm willing to go up to 155. Okay, but if the house doesn't appraise for 155, then I'm willing to, guarantee at least half of that. So I'm willing to pay 152, 5. So I'm willing to give you an extra $2,500 if it doesn't appraise and it does come back at 150. So you need to guarantee them that if that house doesn't appraise for your above asking offer, that you're willing to make up the difference between the appraised value and between your offer price. All right. That shows them that you're serious and that you have some reserves. You have a little bit extra money, so it makes you a stronger buyer. Then you need to remove the contingencies. So when you're going to purchase a house, you're going to have a 7-day period or a 10-day period to get an inspection on the home. I would say, if you can, try and remove some of the contingencies. Say, okay, the inspection is just for my educational purposes or whatever. If you go in and you have that inspection contingency there and someone else waives their inspection contingency and you all make the same exact offer, well, now they're going to accept the one that waives the inspection contingency, because they know that no matter what, this buyer is saying, hey, I'm not backing out whatsoever. If you have the inspection contingency in place, that means that you have out. So that means that within a week, within a 7-day inspection period, you can say, hey, I wasn't happy with the inspection, so I know I made this offer, but now I'm pulling my deal off the table. If you remove that inspection contingency, that gives the listing agent and the seller the assurity that you're not backing out and that you're comfortable with all of the terms of the mortgage loan, and you're good to go. All right. So the final thing, you need to increase your EMD. So it's customary to go in and say, okay, I'm going to give a $1,000 earnest money deposit. But if you want to show that seller and that listing agent that you're a very aggressive buyer and you've been pre-approved, you meet all the criteria needed to qualify for this home loan, you're going to go in and say, okay, I'm coming in, I'm going conventional with 10% down, and I'm putting down 5% for my earnest money deposit. Okay, so earnest money deposit is essentially a good faith deposit. So you put a portion of your down payment down until your mortgage process has been completed. So you basically give them a portion of the money. You put it in an escrow account with either your brokerage firm that your buyer's agent works for, or the listing agent's brokerage firm that they work for, and they put it in an escrow account, and it's applied towards your final closing cost. So it's not money that you pay them, but it's essentially money that you put down early on so that they can take the home off the market and it goes into a pending status. So if you come in and you say, okay, I'm going to give you, $5,000 over asking, and I'm going to guarantee you that, that $5,000, regardless of the appraisal, I'm going to make sure that I give you that amount. If it doesn't appraise for 155 and it appraises for 153, I'm going to make sure I pay the extra $2,000 to get it up to 155. You're going to remove the inspection contingency, basically stating like, hey, I'm going to get an inspection, but it's only for my educational purposes only. I'm not backing out of this deal no matter what. We're good to go. You're going to increase your earnest money deposit. You're going to say, okay, listen, I'm putting down 10%. I'm going to put down 5% in my earnest money deposit right now so that you know I'm serious. So those are 5 ways to almost guarantee that your offer is accepted. All right, so you need to get pre-approved first and foremost. You need to get an agent representing you, someone that knows what they're doing. It makes no sense for you to be out there trying to find homes by yourself. It's going to take you longer. You're going to get outbid. You're not going to get a home as quickly as you think. So make your first offer your best offer. Don't mess around. If you like the house, get it under contract, get it done. Go with conventional financing if possible. If you qualify for conventional financing, go that route. It costs more. 620 FICO is the minimum on conventional. You can go 3% down, but the private mortgage insurance on the 3% down loan is high. It's almost like 2% of the loan amount on an annual basis. So it's crazy, but go with conventional if you can. It'll show them that you're a solid buyer. and it'll make your offer better. And make them an offer that they can't refuse. All right. So go the Godfather route. Make them an offer that they can't refuse. So, but that's it. Those are 5 ways to almost guarantee that your offer gets accepted. Now, if someone comes in and the house is $200,000 and they're like, all right, I'm giving you $200,000 cash. Well, that's it. Your offer is not getting accepted. They're accepting the cash deal. But if you're getting financed, these are some ways and these are some strategies that you can use to make sure you get the home that you want. All right, so that's it for today. Give me some feedback. Let me know if this is helping you all. If you need to get pre-approved for a mortgage, you can reach me at 248-519-2117. Once again, this is Samuel Johnny with Southwest Funding. Have a great day.